Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight discussion video from last night's fights. Canelo Alvarez versus Callum Smith. All right, y'all. This fight pretty much went the way I felt it was going to go. Once again, Canelo Alvarez in a dominant performance over Callum Smith. Now, I did feel like Callum Smith was going to have his moments. I felt like he was going to go in there, utilize a better jab, utilize better movement, and there would be some dramatic moments in this fight. But when Canelo Alvarez set the pace from round 1, it went the same all the way to round 12. I mean, there were a couple of times where Callum Smith stepped up his punch output, but he was still never getting the respect of Canelo Alvarez. And I thought this fight was kind of questionable, man. I was like, why is Callum Smith not committing to any punches? Why is he not really boxing off the back foot like he should be able to, being the taller, longer fighter? Like, why is he not extending that jab and trying to get the respect of Canelo Alvarez? I mean, it basically turned into a repeat of the questionable win over Sergey Kovalev. You know what I mean? Like, Canelo was going into this fight saying that this was going to be more competitive than the Sergey Kovalev fight, and I don't think it was. I think it was about the same pace of fight. I mean, the Kovalev fight actually was kind of competitive because Canelo was losing some rounds in that fight. He was getting out punched a few times and outworked in that fight until that, that strange knockout ending that, everybody's still questioning. But this fight here, like I said, the pace never changed. Round 1 to round 12, Callum Smith just staying on the back foot trying to survive. Like, he was just trying to avoid the body punching of Canelo Alvarez and the jabs of Canelo Alvarez, which again was crazy, man. Like, Canelo Alvarez from round 1 was really setting the pace with the jab. He knew how to close the distance, and he was landing a good straight jab, just out jabbing the taller man. That was crazy. Like, he's out jabbing the 6'3", the 6'3" boxer. So I'm like, come on, man. Like, what's Callum Smith doing in here? Like, what did they not go over? Did they not go over how to like outbox a shorter guy? I know he had trouble in the John Ryder fight. John Ryder really did kind of expose some things in Callum Smith. Like, he's not a good inside brawler, and he will have trouble with like a heavy volume puncher. But I felt like between that fight and now, they would have made the proper adjustments and said, okay, we got to really sit down on a good jab off of our back foot, and we got to get full extension off our shots. But Callum Smith, he never really got full extension off his shots in this fight. Never really landed anything that could hurt Canelo. Never even really hit Canelo clean where Canelo kind of buckled or where Canelo even thought about the shot. I mean, there were a few shots on the inside, like a good right hand here and there, but Canelo just kept walking him down, ripping the body with good left hooks, going up top with good overhand rights. The first half was just, a beating. On into the second half. The second half, I thought the corner of Callum Smith was even thinking about stopping it. I thought they were going to stop it in like 8 or 9, like I felt like this fight was going to be, Again, like I said, I thought a stoppage was going to come in my prediction, but I thought there would have been more competitive moments. Like, Callum Smith was going to get in some firefights and maybe land something good on Canelo and win more rounds, and then Canelo was going to adjust and start working the body like, in a dogfight. But he never really had to go into a dogfight with Callum Smith. He just walked him down, beat him from one corner to the other, like he was just like punching a moving punching bag, working the punching bag for 12 rounds. And again, like I said, Callum Smith, I think his corner probably could have stopped it like 10 or 11 because he was really looking knotted up and just really frustrated at this point. But yeah, man, in that 12th round, I thought Callum was going to come on strong and do something, try to go for that home run knockout maybe, but that wasn't in Callum Smith. He looked defeated after round 7 or 8, in my opinion. He was already done. But yeah, man, pretty much a one-sided beating for Canelo Alvarez again. And like I said, going into this fight, I wasn't really knocking this opponent selection until now that I saw the result. Because a few years back, when Canelo fought Rocky Fielding, everybody was saying, oh, why don't you fight Callum Smith? So now that he did fight Callum Smith, everybody was saying, well, why didn't you fight Caleb Plant or Benavidez? But it had to be at least one of these three at the time. I wanted him to fight Callum Smith because, Callum Smith was a champion, and he was the winner of the boxing, the World Boxing Super Series. He was the winner of that. So he did pose kind of a threat at the time, 2 years ago. But I guess after that John Ryder fight, everybody felt like, this was the weaker opposition between Benavidez and Caleb Plant. So yeah, man, moving forward from here for Canelo Alvarez, I want to see him in there with a more credible opponent. I want to see him in there with either Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders, guys that are going to come to fight, guys with strength, guys with IQ, guys with footwork, guys that are going to really make Canelo have to go in there and showcase the greatness that everybody feels like and claims that he has, So I'm a Canelo fan. I like Canelo's fighting style. I like the fights and the style he possesses, but I still feel like he has a lot of work to do on building up this legacy as far as living up to the greatest, or one of the greatest right now. He's got a lot of guys out there that can help solidify that legacy. Again, like Charlo, Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders, Benavidez, Caleb Plant, all these guys. So if he goes for a Caleb Plant fight next, for this will be close to undisputed for another unification, then I'll respect him a little bit more. And I feel like that's a legit fight, because Caleb Plant, that's a smart boxer right there. That's a guy with IQ that's going to pose some threat. But again, another threat would be Benavidez. Benavidez, big, strong, super middleweight, looks like a light heavyweight, doesn't stop throwing punches. That's another guy out there for him. But man, I might do another discussion video on Canelo, what's next for him, who he needs to go in there and fight next, as far as, claiming this pound for pound status as being one of the best, man. But yeah, that's all I got on this, guys. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the fight. I feel like Callum Smith didn't rise to the occasion. I don't even know if he came in there to win. But yeah, man, that's all I got, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.